My video for May the 23rd, 2018 is entitled Trumping Fake Jew and Christian Zionism. Evangelical leaders are wrong. Today's Israel is not the fulfillment of Bible prophecy. Hagee and Jeffress and Robertson and LaHaye et al. Are wrong. Netanyahu and his fellow Zionists are not God's chosen people. That's a quote, the part starting with Hagee to God's chosen people. That's a quote, so says Chuck Baldwin, a prominent American Christian conservative who was a presidential candidate for the Constitution Party in 2008 when he was endorsed by Ron Paul. He is the pastor of Liberty Fellowship, a non-denominational church in Montana, and a popular radio host and columnist. He is among many awakening Christians and Jews who understand and show that Zionism is at war with humanity. They seem to be in the minority in those groups, taken in by the lies and corruption of an Israeli nation run by those who do not even believe in God. Yes, those who got Donald Trump elected have been grossly deceived. What could this mean for humanity? Well, let me first say that I was glad that Hillary did not get elected and that Donald Trump did, but he is, as I've said in other videos, an enigma. He is aligned with Zionism. What is Zionism? Zionism is a belief system that was put forward by a lot of moneyed interests in creating a war that ultimately would leave them in charge. And who are them? Who are they? They are the Rothschilds, of course, and those aligned with the Rothschilds, like the Rockefellers and others whose names we probably have never even heard, and they often change their names anyway to hide their identity. But they are a demonic influence that wants to take over the world on the side of evil, which is, of course, living backwards. Live and evil are just the same word reversed, okay? I want to live. And in order to live, I have to overcome the evil that is in the world. Can I do that alone? Of course not. Can any of us do that alone? I don't believe so. Can God do that? Well, the ultimate responsibility is with the Creator, not with the creation. Now, people will say, Ron, we are all creators. Yes, we are. We do create to a great degree, to create our experiential reality, either in a positive way or a negative way. But we do have an influence on what we are going to experience. Certainly, we are in control of what we choose to look at. But others have made choices for us and bombard us with the information they want us to look at. They, again, being the corrupt establishment that believes that war is the only way that they can gain control. And so they continuously and for over a long historical period have created wars. The United States has been at war most of its history. That's why we fly the war flag with the horizontal stripes that separate instead of the vertical stripes that unite. We could become a peaceful nation. We could become a peaceful world, but first we have to overcome the deception. I had a program on WTTC in Towanda, Pennsylvania for a long time called Be Not Deceived. Initially, I recorded it, and then I became friends with the daughter of the manager or owner of the station. I'm not sure what her actual relationship was there. But I started recording them live, or actually being in the studio and recording them live. And of course they were put on tape, but though all those tapes of that early program were destroyed when the house that I lived in caught fire before I moved to Florida, and destroyed all of those records, all the big box of all the tapes that I had in the 2-3 years, whatever it was that I had that radio program. In any case, we live at a time now when people are beginning to wake up. People like Chuck Baldwin. And I listened to a couple of videos by Jewish leaders, including the son of one who was a general in the Israeli army. And even that general woke up and realized that the nation of Israel is not fulfillment of biblical prophecy. It is an atheistic nation, not just simply, I mean, I have no problem with someone claiming to be an atheist. Quite honestly, that doesn't bother me at all, because many of them have simply rejected religion. And obviously, our religions have been manipulated by those with a dark agenda. The Schofield Bible and other things that played a role in our history, including the King James Version of the Bible, were done by those who wanted to create a world government. That was the game plan all along. But it's the fake plan. It's the plan of control and enslaving humanity, not setting us free, not giving us freedom of choice and freedom of religion, but rather trying to homogenize us and make us all the same. That's why they create clones and other things. They've taken over the people that are easily manipulated, that is, through their greed and lust for power. They have been able to manipulate a lot of people that have good brains and high IQs, that develop weaponry to spy on us and kill us without actually having a physical war. It's a spiritual war against our mind and our soul. And we become entrapped in it, and we buy into many times the news media propaganda, the religious propaganda, the educational propaganda, and of course it's all about money, because money is the control grid. That is the means of enslavement. That is the means of deception that has been going on for a very long time in human history. And I'd like to see the trumping of Jew and Christian Zionism and the return to spirituality of loving one another, the spirituality of learning how to relate to each other in a positive rather than a negative way, not shutting the door and closing off communication. That doesn't help anything. We can only grow and learn by the exchange of ideas. And that's what I promote. And I've been promoting it all along. That is the truth that's going to set us free. The truth is that we need to love and listen. It's very, very simple to me, plain as the nose on my face. And it needs to become apparent to more and more people. And we're going to need some divine or extraterrestrial or angelic help in order to really turn things around. That's what I believe is true. I don't think we can do it without that help. Anyway, folks, I thank you once again for listening, and I ask you to consider some of the things that I'm saying. Namaste.